Hi, folks, and welcome to one of the big occasions on the college football calendar. Two teams that have earned their right to play for the championship of the ACC. Think about all the playoff and national championship dreams that have been launched from this stadium. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so a touchback will start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Here's the second down play. There's the handoff. Fights off a defender. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking downfield, it's Glenn. Grab made by the tight end. The reception gets about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
Fourth down, he's throwing for it. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Quick spin on the run. They get him down to the junior with an excellent run there.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 4th down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
BAT is good. They jump in front 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Remember last time, they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. The opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. On the run, it's Baxter. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That picks up a 1st down. Spotted at the 39.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? Blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Second down play coming up. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire 1st half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back. It's Glenn. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
1st and goal, handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. To the end zone, but incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
No problem. Knocks it right through. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their 1st timeout. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football.
Chris, I just don't understand the logic here to go for this onside kick so early in the game, but I guess you can appreciate the boldness.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Finds room at the 30. Breaks in. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown for the U.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Man, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Dropping back, it's Glenn. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Doing a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. And that one's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the defense joins the party with a pick six.
Well, an aggressive approach by this offense backfires. The defense not fooled at all. Good job of stepping in front of this throw, and they take it back for a touchdown.
No problem on the extra point, and the lead is 21-3 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for some space. It's Baxter. They get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
The end of the first quarter with the score Miami 21, Florida State 3.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Chris, it's third down. I understand there's a tendency for the quarterback to want to trust his arm and believe in his receivers to make a play. But, boy, that was a tight throw. He's lucky it wasn't picked.
Here we go on 4th down. Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on 4th down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
The Seminoles lining up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week, all week, telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Looking to pass. It's Glenn. There's a screen pass to the running back. And he's brought down. Good job by the defense getting through the blockers. He stopped short of the 1st down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41, and they make the 1st down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the Noles pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And the sophomore making an impact play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
The sack sets up 2nd down. Trying to find room. It's Baxter. Ball carrier tackled there. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Running back grabs it on the screen. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a 1st down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Back to throw. It's Glenn. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.